growing, like
right.
constantly growing organism.
Yeah, it's like I think the difference is like terrestrial because I think the coral beds are bigger.
Oh yeah.
And those are all technically one big ass organism too. So.
Yeah, but the Great Barrier Reef is dying, so.
Fair enough. Way to be positive, Sam. Yeah. Yeah.
The world is fucked.
The world's gonna be fine.
It is. It's gonna be plenty fun.
I don't know. I hear about the possibility of a solar flare coming in a few weeks, in the next few months.
Actually, I'd be very excited about that. Knock out all electronics.
You gotta think, dude. If we live at the end of the world, I mean, or the end of like contiguous society, that's pretty fucking cool. Like, you know what I'm saying?
We get to see the end of it all.
Right. Like that's kind of as good as living. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm trying to be positive.
Well, if we could officially make it to the end, it would be pretty dope.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, the real last generation, right?
Yeah. Well, it'd be the last generation for now. You know, this shit would come back. So, life goes on, man.
I had a professor as one of my advisors for years, and he hated social media. He hated everything about it. He was old school German academic. He was awesome. He hated it so much. He was just talking about, I can't wait for that solar flare to come in and just take it all out.
I've thought about that a couple times. Like, what if, like, the electromagnetic field or something shifts and all of a sudden our electronics don't work anymore?
Yeah.
You know? How fucking wild is that going to be? You better know where your friends live and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you better know where your people live.
I keep track of where all the seeds are. You know, that's what I keep my eye out.
I know exactly where I'm going if all that shit goes to hell. I got a couple of farms here that I'm like, I'm free labor at that point. You know what I'm saying?
We'll work for food.
Yeah, I'll work for knowledge though too. That's the thing. I'll do shit just so I can fucking learn something new.
Are we gonna have a tea party at Mount Rushmore?
No.
What are we gonna do?
No. Dude, this is one of those things. So people are like, "What should we do?" You know, I pick up people in the cab and they're like, "What should we do out here? Should we go to Mount Rushmore and Crazy Horse and all this stuff?" And I'm like, that shit's fucking boring to me. You know what I mean? I'm more like go out in the woods and like enjoy nature and stuff like that. Not go see a bunch of like man-made tourist attractions. You know.
Yes.
I did hear that Trump was saying that his face should go on Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
Wow.
They still got enough room. I bet you they could like carve his head in there to where he's giving Crazy Horse a blowjob or something.
Oh my. I have to go though. You know, I've never been there.
Yeah, you gotta go see it.
I'll go see it for sure.
Yeah, but, you know, totally. You won't be able to get into the park of Mount Rushmore, I don't think. I don't know, maybe. We see their opening dates.
Oh, nice. Excellent. They stay in place.
It looks like they look like glowing eyes of some like furry.
I know. That's what I'm trying to get.
Yeah. Oh dear.
No.
Yeah, so the information center and stuff's closed. You can get in. You know, you can do the memorial grounds and like you can go view it, but like all the stuff.
Can I take I can take a selfie, you know, that's all I need. I just need the freaking selfie.
Right.
It's got to prove that you were there.
Well, the Needles Highway and Iron Mountain on the way up there are just as, if not cooler.
Cool.
The spiders are wild, man. That whole area is just wild. It's so weird, the rock formations and stuff. It'll blow your mind.
Bitcoin
It's
is
not-
very interested in digging for treasure. So if you have any like leads on where Bitcoin can find the best treasure, let me
Oh
know.
man, in the back of Mount Rushmore.
He's gonna be back there.
Yeah. I'll definitely go see it, but it's just not, it's like go see it and get that over with so
Yeah.
that you can go do other cooler stuff.
How
Cool.
big is it? Is it actually that big?
It's pretty big. Crazy Horse is like 4 times the size of Mount Rushmore though. Crazy Horse is huge.
What's Crazy Horse?
Crazy Horse is a big monument of the Indian chief Crazy Horse. And it was supposed to be this fantastic project, but the family kind of let it just turn into a tourist attraction and hasn't done anything to it in like 15, 20 years. So it's incomplete. It's basically just his head. It was supposed to be him on a horse, like pointed out,
And it's like carved into a rock.
oh yeah, big old red rock. It's gorgeous. It's super cool.
Yeah, Bitcoin will be into that. We'll go check
It's
that
much
out.
cooler than Mount Rushmore, in my opinion, but it's not done either. So it's kind of it looks weird.
I heard Mount Rushmore's not done either.
No, Trump Fix isn't in it yet.
Yeah, that's what it is.
No,
Mount
I
Rushmore is
heard
definitely
I
done.
heard there was supposed to be more at the base, but it's all just the rubble.
I don't know what their original intention was with it, but it's a finished monument. It doesn't look incomplete. You know what I mean? It looks like it should look. But
Yeah, the
Crazy
budget.
Horse definitely-
I had heard the budget got cut and they couldn't finish. So they finished the actual carvings of the busts, but not. There was supposed to be something at the base.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know. I saw a documentary about it a few days ago, and I'm like, oh, I'm going there. That'd be cool. I want to check that out.
Yeah.
Very controversial. I think
The Needles is really cool because there's like some rock tunnels that you go through, and one of them you can like see the Mount Rushmore through it. You can see like the side of George Washington's face. It's cool. The Needles Highway is super dope. So highly, highly, highly recommend that.
There we go.
Cool. Maybe I'll ask my friend Ginger. He's an artist here in Vegas. He's the guy that made the naked Trump sculpture. Maybe I'll ask if I can tie that to the hood of my car and we can go drop that at Mount Rushmore. That would be fitting.
You might get assaulted out here.
I got Bitcoin to protect me. It'll be fine.
This is fucking Trump country, big time.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
It is big time. It's like at least every half mile there's a Trump flag on somebody's house or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah. There's a lot of that here too.
It's
My parents have their Trump flag out. It's the
red
thing.
and blooded conservative territory.
Yeah, it's interesting. In their neighborhood here in Vegas, it's like their side of the street is all Trump flags, and then across the street, the whole block is all Biden flags. It's an interesting
They
dynamic.
have Biden flags? See, I didn't even know that. That's just good.
Oh, you never seen a Biden flag before?
Never seen a fucking Biden flag. Not out here. There ain't no way. No, it's Trump train all day. There's still Trump merch shops set up out here. So even after tourist season.
Even after bear season, is that what you said?
After tourist season.
Oh,
Which goes to show what a joke politics has become. You're selling merch for your politics. That's not, you shouldn't be a fan of Trump. You know what I'm saying? It should be you support dude's ideas. You know what I mean? Fan literally means fanatic.
Yeah.
And that's not a good fucking thing when it comes to, reorganizing society. That's dangerous.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, because that kind of merchandise, the campaign
Right.
media, that should be provided by the campaign. It
Right.
shouldn't be
That's
something
not-
you have to buy at Walmart.
No, it's definitely not. It's
well,
turned
no, it's a fundraising opportunity.
And that's what happens too, is they donate all that money to an already really rich dude. It's fucking crazy. But what do you do? It's like football, People turned it into some weird, I don't know, it's like Hunger Games or some shit.
There we go. That's what our politicians should do. Should battle that.
I'm about it.
Hey, so Sam, what's the story with this little house up here?
There's a house?
This little house. What is it?
Yeah.
What is it supposed to be?
I was trying to have something that looked like an actual tea house.
Oh, I see.
cute.
Cool.
Like we're like on the patio in front of a tea house.
I got you.
Sweet. Drinking tea.
I want to like get on one of these cushions.
I did an interesting experiment yesterday with that hemp flower, and that reminds me, Sam, I gotta send you that stuff you asked. But
I'm still trying to get some samples from you.
Hey, Matilda and Bradley. Yeah, I gotta get those samples. But anyway, I brewed the hemp flower and then I whisked matcha with it, and wow. Surprised that was. It was very good.
That sounds interesting.
I got
I wouldn't
some
have thought that.
brand new matcha. This is brand new. This year's matcha just came in.
I seen you were promoting that a little while back. Did it turn out good or what?
Yeah, it's really good. And I'm gonna have a lot of these for the Small Tea Growers Festival for Small
Okay.
Business Saturday. I'm doing like a virtual festival where all the presentations are farmers. And these guys they're the main presenters, and they're gonna do the kuchikiri. So that's the Chanoyu like kind of celebration of the new ground matcha, because they age it from harvest in May until about September, October.
Okay.
You have to let the tencha age before you start grinding it.
Oh, okay. So before it was ground, I was like real confused.
Yeah, it's a little confusing. And so they have the
No,
kuchikiri.
like you were talking about aging the leaf before you grind.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
hey, and actually the longer you age it, the higher the quality gets.
Right, but you want to drink it like right after it's ground because that shit like degrades super fast. So because it's all ground up, you know what I mean?
Yeah. The shelf life is short.
It doesn't degrade super fast. I mean, I've definitely got some that's like close to a year old, and it's still pretty dang.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean sometimes 2 years old, 3 years
not
old,
like
it's
it was like it's definitely not the same as it was when I had it like right after when I watched him grind it and then whisk it and then I drank it.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's still pretty dang.
Yeah.
Even a year old.
I just feel like past 6 months and you lose that like freshness. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of my opinion. It doesn't quite taste the same. I don't know. I'd try it out. If you want to throw a little pouch of that in your bag too, I can scoop some of that up.
I'll bring my oldest matcha for you. All right, Joe.
You don't do that. Bring me that bag.
I
Right.
mean, it's got to be better than the matcha you drank at my house.
I don't know how you guys drink that. I like scoop it up in the cup immediately.
We never actually drank it. We like put it in food and shit.
Yeah, that's the way. My
And it
friend
was-
drank it. He drank it. He was just trying to make a point though, because he's always trying to give me a hard time. He's like, "Oh, yours is expired. This one's better."
There is a real difference between like some matcha that you would put in food and some matcha that you would drink, man.
I put only the best in everything. Even when I cook, I use my ceremonial grade.
Sure, and that's great. The other way,
It was a matcha bitch.
I ain't putting that. I ain't drinking that low quality, that yellow fucking weird looking shit. No.
But it makes your waffles dang.
Yeah, and see, it could definitely offer something there. Waffles, that sounds cool.
Yeah, we put a bunch of it in the waffle batter.
That's dope.
Yeah, that's a thing.
I'd be about that.
Yeah, my
I'm not a guy in general though. Just to be honest.
You don't like waffles?
No, I'm not much of a matcha guy. I fucking love waffles.
Oh,
What's
no.
up, Alan?
Hello.
Hi, Alan. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Papa Squad. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Whoa, Jeremy, beard's on fire. Oh. When it goes red, it straight up looks like your beard's on fire, man. Yeah. Like,
Yeah, especially a blue fire. Those are dangerous. You know, that's where the fire is the most hot. Is
yeah.
in Jeremy's
Jeremy.
beard.
It has a remote control.
Oh wow.
What color do you want?
Is that in your beard?
No, it's right underneath it. It's
Okay.
illuminating.
Okay.
Illuminated beard.
It looks like it's not in it. It looks like it's below you.
So this actually worked out pretty well. It's a remote controlled light.
That's
That looks.
so. Yeah, lights up your beard perfect.
So let's see. We have red.
Alan, how you doing?
Doing good. Just got off of work.
Oh,
So,
congratulations. Ready to enjoy a cup of tea and relax.
yeah, I'm gonna drink Gaba Oolong.
Ooh, oh yeah, that's really gonna relax you.
I need it. Work's insane, so just super busy.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds better than my Trader Joe's organic raw walnut oolong.
Wait, Alan, I forgot where you are. You're in
I'm in Utah,
Utah.
South Jordan.
Okay. Hey, so you know I'm passing Utah next weekend. We should meet.
I'll be here.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Where
We
exactly?
could do Gyokuro.
Yeah, we can finally have our sesh. I'll
Yes.
bring my extra special hohin.
Okay.
Yeah. Look, I'll show you. This one is perfect for gyokuro. You
Oh,
have
that
one of
looks
these?
beautiful.
It's extra sharp, the spout. So when you like, you get every drop.
So you can maximize your strength.
And I've been using shibori dashis, so I like that because it looks like it'll hold the leaves out of the way instead of clogging the tip.
I was just gonna ask that. You got any tips for that? Because that shit happens all the time.
So
With
you
the
can
Yeah.
see the.
Yeah, that looks
this,
good.
This is such a nice piece of teaware for gyokuro. It's the
Oh,
best.
or for any Japanese tea.
Feels so
For
good.
that matter.
Yeah. Shaded green tea. That's my favorite kind of tea.
Yeah.
Everybody always asks me that. That's the one freaking question everybody asks. What's your favorite tea? They're like, shut up, don't ask her. She likes all the tea. I'm like, no. Shaded green tea from Japan. Specifically gyokuro from Yame area of Fukuoka.
Yes.
That's a difficult question. I've never really thought about that.
Well,
It's
what's your
certainly the
favorite?
one. Go ahead, sorry.
I was always told that if someone asks you for what's your favorite tea, the answer is always the same: whatever you have the most stock of.
Fair enough. That's crazy. I can tell you what my favorite class is, which is probably crop work. Just because there's so much diversity.
Yeah,
Okay.
it took me a second. I remember like what Jeremy said when I was working catering. We have buffets, and that's what you would answer. What's your favorite item? And you would look at what has not been getting eaten, and that's what you would say is your favorite.
Every
Trying to get
time.
it out.
You know.
I gotta work on that answer then, because I don't sell gyokuro right now because it doesn't do well. So you know.
Or it's like along the lines of that, like Long Jang, like to get good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just out of people's
Yeah.
range.
Yeah. You know, and there's always some other gyokuro that's, you know, a lot cheaper, and then they'll say, oh, well, you know, I can get it for this price from this guy.
Fucking conversation.
It's like, show me
And don't get it
that
from
tea
that
garden.
guy.
I want to see the shade structure around those bushes.
I
Kabuse
got
is not
something
gyokuro. Oh,
So I've never had matcha before.
oh, you got it. Yeah. You got the
Yeah.
new matcha. Yeah, so you
Yeah.
did the World Tea Expo thing?
Yeah, it arrived in the mail, and I was like, "Oh, I didn't buy this. Where is this coming from?" So it took me a while to realize. So I've watched the first 2 days worth of streams, so I just need to catch up on the third.
You
Yesterday's.
never had matcha before?
No. So I thought I have a Chabon, but I didn't have anything else, and so I had to buy a whisk. Once this came, I'm like, okay, I guess I'm all in. So I bought a whisk,
Oh, that's good.
and so I'll try it, find out what it's like. Yeah.
Wait, Alan, where in Utah did you say you were?
South Jordan. So it's in Salt Lake County. It's almost basically on the border between Salt Lake and Utah counties.
South
On
Jordan.
the west side of the freeway, I-15.
Cool. Yeah. So I'll be coming in from like Wyoming, from the north. Sweet. I'm totally stopping to visit you. Oh, this is great. What should we do? Should we
Sweet.
meet
Well,
like at a tea house or something? Do you have any ideas? Maybe you can think about what we could do.
Meet at a tea house. I don't know of any that are around here.
Well, then you got to make one, Alan.
It's true.
There's not a lot of caffeine in that part of the world.
Yeah, the hard thing is the dynamic of the culture. It's mostly Mormon, or at least about half at this point are
Yeah.
Mormon, and the tea's not allowed. So we've got a pretty good coffee culture going, lots of roasters, but any tea shop that I've seen, by the time I find them, their website's saying closing sale.
Oh shoot.
So they're just never around very long.
So why is tea not allowed, but coffee is?
So it's not that coffee is allowed. It's so I guess to answer the question, both tea and coffee are forbidden for Mormons to drink.
Okay.
It seems to be that coffee is just what seems to have a demand after people resign from the church. And they're like, we're going to go drink coffee now.
That's the
wow,
rebellious
yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
A little sheltered child that goes out and just gets pregnant real quick.
Maybe that's what you have to do. Maybe you have to play on the taboo aspect of
Like what I
tea.
call it, the forbidden leaf or something.
Oh yeah.
Forbidden leaf
That's
tea.
a good tea shop name, bro. Like, seriously, that's a good name.
Alan, we're
Right.
totally going to be talking about this when I come meet you. I'm gonna, I have a tendency of like instigating people to start tea businesses. So
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
You're doing a seed thing, right? Just go plant some seeds in Alan's head.
yep, planting all the seeds, sowing the seeds. So,
Right.
And then you show up with a real estate agent. We
No,
already have 5 places lined up for you.
I already got the business plan right now, bro. We're doing this. I actually got my first offer for an investor the other day.
Oh, good! Congrats, man. I hope at least
I
you
don't
learned
want to do
something
that.
from that.
I don't want to do it not with them. I don't think it's more of like it was more of a message to me. It was more like, good job, you're doing what you need to do. But that was somebody who was just like, yeah, tea and stuff. I got a lot of money. You know what I mean? Well, that's not, no. I'm not looking for that. I got a buddy who's got a lot of money and he lives here in this area and he's very interested and he's got a good heart and he's like, I want you to live out your passion. He's not like, go make money. You know what I mean? So when I get property, I'll talk to him about it. But it was cool. It was a pat on the back.
So I think we've got an interesting reverse parallel, I guess. It's like going on here. So Alan, your journey into tea has been almost rebellious in nature.
Were you Mormon?
And Joe, your journey into tea has been pretty much the exact opposite direction.
Like coming from rebellion into like a discipline?
Yeah. So, yeah, I was raised Mormon. My ancestry goes all the way back to the original pioneers who
Oh, wow.
But in 2014, so was that 6 years ago, February? Almost 7 years ago is when I officially resigned.
You walked out of church with your pants down, like, you go.
No, it was just it was a lot more quieter than something like that.
I mean, Mormons are pretty passive, so I can see that.
Yeah, you basically just had to submit a resignation letter to the church and wait until they said you're done.
Until they like kind of like not consented, but like like gave you notice that they heard you essentially.
Yeah, exactly.
So on that note, why is tea and caffeine forbidden? Is there a reason there? Is there some sort of logic?
That you end up doing a bunch of brain loops trying to find the logic because there isn't any. So in the scripture, the word of wisdom, they call it, it says, it's been so long, I forget the wording, but essentially hot drinks are forbidden is the phrasing. So you can't have hot drinks. And so they defined hot drinks as coffee and tea. But hot chocolate is allowed. So it's like, okay, why is hot chocolate allowed, but coffee and tea is not? And they're like,
Caffeine and coffee.
caffeine. But then if you go down that route, Coke and Pepsi aren't forbidden. They're allowed. Like, it's not the caffeine. It's not the temperature.
So weird.
It's faith.
It is so it's just arbitrary rules, essentially.
Yeah, they decided to say it was coffee and tea, and that's what it was.
That is so weird.
That is
Hot
strange.
beverages, not like that alone. That's like hot beverages are so good for you. It's retarded.
Yeah, because the scriptures don't say coffee and tea. It says hot drinks. It's
Right.
whoever came down years later said we interpret this as coffee and tea.
That's crazy. Yeah, cold stuff.
Is that the same scripture that they use for no alcohol? Because fire
Yes.
water?
Yep, all in the word of wisdom. What's funny is that in the scripture isn't forbidden. That was forbidden later, come around prohibition, is when that became actually. There were consequences if you had alcohol. At one time when the church was first over here, when they were settling Utah and Arizona, they had their own wineries. They had wine and beer. So it was a word of wisdom. It wasn't actually a requirement at that stage.
Interesting.
It was around
When I was in
prohibition
Salt
where
Lake,
it all- Go ahead. Sorry.
when I was in Salt Lake for a night, Hannah and I stopped into one of the bars, and like they're really, really diligent about how much alcohol they pour. They've got the thing that goes on top that like doesn't let them pour more than an ounce.
Yeah. If you have less than an ounce left in the bottle, you can't sell it, so you end up just having to dump it. It's
Right.
pretty intense liquor laws here. Yeah.
But I was impressed with how good their drinks were. That despite all of that, they made some like bomb drinks.
Yeah. The bar and the coffee scene is surprisingly strong, given that it's half LDS members that are here.
Well, it would make sense that those are like the first two bridges to be crossed.
Yeah.
You know.
So my participation is now tea. I kind of found my niche, and it's like, all right, everyone who's leaving, I can help embrace you. Welcome to this world.
I just got like goosebumps and shit. You need to open a tea house named the Forbidden.
The forbidden
Amazing.
leaf. The
That is
forbidden
so-
juice. The forbidden leaf juice.
Right?
Was that an Avatar reference?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another thing to add to the complexity, because herbals are allowed, so you can have hot chamomile, and that's fine. It's just Camellia sinensis,
Oh no.
coffee are forbidden.
Can they have hedonistic cacao ceremonies?
Probably not the ceremony part, but hot chocolate is definitely consumed a lot.
That's like a
And also, sadly, soda. So if you come around here, I don't know about other states, but around here for sure, there is a high number of those soda shops where you basically get soda pop and mixture of flavorings.
Oh, interesting.
There are so many. One's called the Fizz. Another one's called Sodalicious.
Oh wow.
Literally just serve soda. It's like, okay, that's a lot healthier than tea. Not.
Okay, so that means that in your forbidden leaf juice shop, you're gonna have to cold brew tea in soda. You know, that'll be popular.
I've recently run across some videos of people doing that.
It's
so
really
I haven't
good.
tried it.
Yeah, it's really good.
Wait, that was a real thing? That's what you're saying?
Yeah, cold brew soda. I've only ever seen it with Japanese green tea.
Oh, I do it with all of them. You
Yeah.
know, my favorite actually is the 18 Ruby 18 black tea because it has such a deep like sarsaparilla menthol character to it. When you brew it, cold brew it in the soda, it tastes like root beer.
I was,
Like
So
under
wait, what do you do? You get soda water, put tea leaves in it, and then leave it in the fridge?
Yep,
Wait,
genius.
wow.
like unsweetened soda water.
It's funny. It only takes like a minute to make a matcha soda
Yep.
because you can make simple syrup, by hand. You don't need to do it on the stove. You just put ice in a jar to shake up the matcha and break it apart. Then you use that water to add sugar and create the simple syrup, and then you just add seltzer water. You have matcha soda.
Wow.
Fancy.
I now have matcha to try that with.
So we're talking about. I just want to clarify. Unsweetened soda water.
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Just like club soda.
Yeah, that's a trip. I'm gonna have to try that out.
Yeah, we can try it. We can try it when I come, Joe. Maybe
Sweet.
I'll make some. I'll cold brew some in the car on my way up. So we'll be ready to go.
Here we go. Car brewed. Auto brewed.
Hey, Alan, I sent you a message through Topia. I don't know if you see it on the left side. There's like the little envelope icon, and it's got my email, and my phone number. So if you can just contact me. But yeah, next weekend, Saturday or Sunday. I don't know which day it'll be, but I'll be there, and we should meet up.
And this is next week, so like 24th, 25th?
Yes.
Do you know what days you're gonna be here?
Yeah. I'm trying to arrive by Tea Talks next week. That's my goal.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're basically going to like today through like next weekend.
Yeah, the 11 days, I think.
Sweet.
Hi, Ian. Good to see you.
This must be new. I don't think they had a messaging feature last time I was in here.
no,
Yeah, it's a
they
new
just
feature.
added it last week.
Wow.
What are you eating there, Sam?
Comfort pork.
What?
Is that chicharron? Is that fried pork belly?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Okay. Like pigskin. I'm about it.
I'm gonna have to. I wanted to go to the Mexican store to have some for the road, but I think I'll pick some up in New Mexico. Oh, that's interesting.
They're crispy clouds of porkaliciousness.
Oh
Oh,
my
I got those
goodness.
same ones. I can get those same ones here. That's dope. Sweet. You need a real one. You need to go like that stand on the side of the road down in like
Yeah.
New Mexico, Arizona, Southern California. You know what I'm saying? Little bag of
Yeah, I think I'll pick some up in Albuquerque when I'm there. Hopefully, I'll have some left over to share with you, Joe.
hell yeah.
Maybe.
We're gonna go out there. We're gonna get some good food.
Albuquerque, South Dakota's a long way from Albuquerque.
There's going to be a lot of cannabis in between those 2 points. So.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, Colorado, man. It's been a long time since I've been to Colorado, but I'm excited. I get to see a lot of my old Peace Corps friends that I haven't seen in over a decade.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Let's go.
That's when you know you're old. When it's like, yeah, I get to see friends that I didn't even meet until after college that I haven't seen in a decade.
I'm talking like things that I did a decade ago, and I'm like, holy shit, I can say that? You know, like, sure. Yeah, it's crazy. How old are you now, Lisa?
I just turned 37.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not, you're not that far.
I'm not that far. But I'm old enough to say that I haven't seen friends in over a decade that I met after college, and that's old.
It's definitely old enough.
Yeah. It's good, though.
What are you drinking, Alan?
I'm drinking Gaba Oolong.
Okay.
This is from Mayleaf.
Awesome.
It's my least favorite of the 3 they offer, so I'm drinking it up first. And it's actually the end of it. So
Oh,
that's,
see another Mayleaf tea head. That's awesome. I love those guys. That's where my Long Jing came from.
oh, nice. I've got, I think, Longjing from them as well. I've got some, so.
They
I-
got good stuff, man.
I like them because it at least gives me, like, as I'm exploring all the different teas, it at least gives me a good quality threshold to know. I know that what I'm buying isn't going to be shit. It
Right.
might potentially be oversold, but it's not bad. So,
I completely agree. It's
It'll
you know it might be hyped up a little bit, but you know it's going to be at least solid. You know,
yeah, it'll at least be a good representation of what that was.
of what that kind of tea is supposed to be like.
Yeah, it was. So my first Gyokuro was from Tivana because that's where I was introduced to tea. But then after Tivana, Mayleafs was the next one, and once I had that, I was hooked. I'm just like, okay, Gyokuro it is. This is amazing.
Yeah, that's a whole nother story for sure. That's why I was like, as soon as I poured water into this Long Jing, I just like eyes rolled back in my head and stuff. I'm like, man, this is super good. So nutty. It's
Joe,
wonderful.
do you wanna sample the new one that I got?
The new Long Jing
Mm-hmm.
or the new berry?
Great Long Jing.
The new counterfeit Longjing, yes.
The new fake Long Jing? Yeah.
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 It's really
Yeah.
affordable.
You fucking bring me whenever. I'll do it. Whatever.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
And same thing, Alan. Actually, if you want me to bring you any tea, yeah, let me know, because I can just hand deliver it. It's easy like that.
Yeah.
Bring us some surprises.
All right, I'll bring all the biggest surprises.
Yeah.
You have a link to my tea journal
I
blog,
do.
so you can see what I've had and what I haven't.
Okay, so
Yeah,
you want
well,
me just
people don't.
you want me just to surprise you? Okay, I'll just bring a bunch of samples. And
Which, speaking on that, I want to say last week I added a section to that list on the board for all of the YouTube channels that are tea related.
oh sweet,
Sweet. How do I get access to this?
it's on the message board.
Yeah, on the message board there's a link. I think it was called Tea Students Awesome Links or something.
I might have moved the message board. Let me bring it back. I think I moved it when I was doing some of the redesign work, and I probably forgot to replace it. I'll be right back.
I didn't see it when
Yeah, I had noticed the message board was over by the porta potties or something.
Yeah.
I guess
But
it's
that's
good reading
right here.
material while you're, dropping the kids off.
Yeah, I'll be right
I like how studious you are about the whole deal, Alan. That's cool.
I'm very thorough, that's for sure. So the YouTube channels I've watched probably a third of them, every single video. That's how I found out about this tea house here was
Sweet.
through Elisa's videos.
Sweet.
Um,
I'm definitely kind of
That's a lot of videos.
Go find every podcast and every YouTube channel, and
I'm definitely in the masks learning and exploring phase.
Yeah. Now Sam just turned into a ghost message board
Cool.
around. There it is. You brought it right to me too, so I can see it.
Yeah, so when you click on it, it says
Awesome
Tea
Links.
Students Awesome Links.
Okay.
My tea journal's at the bottom, but essentially, as I've been going through blogs and the videos, someone will mention a vendor, and so I'll add it to my list. And so this is just a list of 270 vendors. And then at the bottom is, I didn't count it, I think it's about 70 or 80 YouTube channels that I've come across.
In teaware, you should definitely check out Yunnan Sourcing's teaware. They got some awesome stuff.
Ah, yeah, so they're in the list. The teaware section is mostly just for the websites where that's all they sold.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you can pretty much count on, like, if you click on one of the tea ones, then you might find some teaware too.
Yeah, correct. So Yunnan Sourcing, I think, is the Chinese one.
Okay.
Yeah, they're in the Chinese.
I've gotten several pieces of teaware from them. I love them. They're great.
This is from them. My little teacup. It's full, but this is from Neon Sourcing.
I have those same autumn leaf cups. That's
Yeah, they're so good, and they were cheap. It was like $5 for 5 or 6 of them.
I appreciate like aesthetically pleasing, relatively affordable teaware.
Yeah,
Like it's cool, yes, you want, like good pottery and stuff like that, but also like how much are you paying for the art rather than the function? You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I'm a very function kind of guy. So if it does the job, it does the job.
yeah. So before COVID, when I was doing every other week, I was hosting tea,
Right.
and at one point there was like 12 people, and I'd run out of cups, so I just bought like 15 of those from Yunnan Sourcing.
I gotcha.
They were cheap, and it was easy to get matching cups. So
Yeah, they're cool. Honestly, that's probably what Elise will get when she comes here and has tea. So that's probably what we'll be drinking now.
you'll be able to see my tea collection my teapot collection.
Oh, great.
Accumulated one.
You just found tea and just went balls to the wall.
I did. It was bad. It was so bad. I actually had to sell my car because
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I was like,
I love it.
oh shit. So maybe in a couple of years I'll attempt car ownership again. At the moment, it's tea.
That's awesome.
It's cool. Maybe you can sell one of your tea cakes or something in return for your car. It'll
Right?
and you can remake your investment over and over again.
I did that with herbs when I first got into herbalism. So I ordered like way too much stuff.
Yeah. I've got tea piled on the floor in 2 different closets,
Yeah,
just all over the place.
yeah.
Like, oh shit! Now I need to.
You can buy like pu'er and stuff, and it just doesn't. It gets better, not worse.
Yeah.
So why not?
Right?
Why not? How about it?
All the tea will get better in age. All of it.
I don't know about that.
Sencha and matcha have been the only ones.
Magda.
Yeah, I've got some Gyokuro from 2019 that is starting to taste stale, so I'm trying to drink through all that real fast.
Green tea it gets like stale. Yeah. Even black tea, oolong stays good. Or gets
I've never
better.
seen a black tea go stale.
I think they just get like dusty and like they fall apart. You know what I'm saying? Just stuff starts to. I don't know. It's not like the flavor's not there. It just gets later.
Yeah, I could.
I don't like cooler though either, which I want one day. So I don't like kind of like a cigar humidor, but for tea. You know what I mean?
You
Get
can
the
just use it.
Boveda pack.
Yeah, I definitely got both of the packs. But
Yeah.
I just want I want like a cooler for like keeping all my herbs and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Keep everything at like a solid like 55 or something.
Yeah.
Constantly.
Just get a spare fridge.
Well, I'd have room for that right now, or I would totally be about it. I need to expand. I was telling Elise that earlier. I am running out of room for shit. I don't got enough room, and I've still got herbs from this year's harvest on the way, and it's not like our apothecary, the room in our house that we have dedicated to our whole business is full, and I'm running out of space. I need to go find a warehouse or something.
Yeah. Now's the time. You should just buy it.
Yeah, I'm trying to get my buddy to help me out with that, so we'll see what happens. Just buy there's this really cool house here that's like commercially zoned, perfect for a tea house upstairs, 2-bedroom apartment downstairs. It's just been sitting there, and every time I drive by it, my stomach is just like, we'll see what
Yeah,
happens.
that definitely sounds like the Midwest. There's so many cool places just sitting there with nothing to do.
Yeah, and they're just building new shit. You know what I mean? They're not using the old stuff. They're just building new shit instead. Leaving the old stuff to just sit there. It's like, what the fuck? But I don't want a brand new tea house anyway. I want an old building with character. So
Yeah.
there's no way I'd move into one of these like ticky-tacky modern buildings for my tea house, you know. I want something that's like wood siding and shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, something that has a story behind it.
Yeah, for sure. Something
Or
else,
you create one if it doesn't have one.
right? Something that's got some,
Mix it up.
some flavor, man. It's the word. It's so cool.
There's a couple of guys I know. They got so into bourbon quickly that they're convinced that Terre Haute needs a distillery. We have to get distillery here. It's a shameful that we don't have a distillery in Terre Haute. So they're going nuts about it. Well, so I think that's the kind of person I need to get that old bar,
Mm-hmm.
because there's a little barn that's big enough for a couple of stills. I say, here's what we do. It can't be bourbon for like 2 years. Or it can't be straight bourbon for 2 years. But you just make gin in your spare time. So we can just sell like tea infused gin until until the bourbon matures. But there's like a really cool little place that I can't get by myself. But if you get enough partners and make it a multi-purpose use, it could be amazing place.
It's all about that co-op, man.
Yeah.
Really, it's making things so much. People are doing that all over the place around here, getting together and doing stuff, you know, because it's so much easier these days.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so weird that Indiana has the most absurd liquor licensing laws.
Oh no.
And one of them is that one person cannot have a hard liquor, distilling license, and a regular license. So the guy that bought this building was co-owner in the Terre Haute Brewing Company, which he kind of helped revive.
Mm-hmm.
So he wanted to create a moonshine company, but he couldn't do it. He had to sell his ownership in the brewery just so he could get the license. So he had he got this amazing barn attached to a building. Like he was all ready to go until the license never came through. So the building's just been sitting there.
Oh shit.
So it's cool. So we wouldn't do beer. We'd just like distill some gin or something, and then we could serve like tea and coffee as much as we want. But I think there's opportunity when you get like an old big building to partner up with 3 or 4 people, and then everybody gets a part of the building.
Yeah, you can like rent out,
to do their thing.
whatever. Yeah, absolutely. Those old archaic laws, man, it's crazy. I can relate with. I found something out the other day because I was trying to buy cigars and get them shipped to my house, and there's only 2 states that don't allow cigars to be shipped into them, and they are Utah and South Dakota. And it's fucking
Get them shipped to Elise ASAP.
Yeah, I can have them shipped, to one of my contacts in Denver or something, and then I can drive them up to you, man.
Grab 'em up.
Because my travel companion is very interested in cigars, so this could be a win-win, you know.
If he really likes cigars, I'll take him to Deadwood Tobacco Company.
Oh yes, let's do
Super
that.
famous, honestly. They have their own line of cigars and everything.
Oh sweet, yeah, let's do that for sure.
Yeah,
But hey, honestly, Joe, if you want to do that, let me know because by next Wednesday I'll be leaving like the Fort Collins area, so. You can just let me. I'll let you know that address, and you can have it shipped there, or have it just shipped at a freaking FedEx office, or directly to an office, and I can pick it up and drive it
To
to
be
you.
completely honest, okay, so when I say you can't ship cigars into South Dakota, it's specifically people who sell cigars
Oh, okay.
into South Dakota. So I could just ship them to you, and then you can just ship them to me in my whenever. That's a
Oh,
fucking
I
great.
see. Okay, cool.
I've been trying to think of somebody to just do that anyway. Because it's totally legal for you or anybody here to ship me a cigar. It's not legal for a business to ship me a cigar. You see what I mean?
I see.
'Cause I had to go in and read the code and everything, and so it's just anybody involved in the selling of tobacco products cannot ship tobacco products into the state, whether they're in the state or out of the state.
Mm.
So it's because of the taxes. They want you to pay taxes on it. They want you to pay the state taxes on it. but has to go through the channels so that you end up paying the state's absolutely ridiculous tobacco tax.
Got it.
Why don't you just go across state line and get a PO box?
See, and don't you need to be a resident or some shit?
No,
Oh, you do?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
You have a PO box?
I'm
No.
literally 8 miles from the Wyoming border, so
Yeah, just just get a PO box or just I don't know, like a small storage unit and have it shipped there.
there you go.
Yep.
I'm wondering, do I need to be a resident to have a Wyoming PO box?
I don't think so. No, and you wouldn't even need to have a PO box. You could just have it shipped to an office there, to like a FedEx office or something. You say, "Oh, just have it
No,
sent
yeah.
to the office," or like a shipping company, like a mailbox company or something like that. Just contact them and say, "Hey, can I have something shipped to you, and I can pick it up from your shop?" They might charge you a small little fee every time you do it, but
Right.
that's
This
the
says-
easiest.
To rent any post office box, you must present valid identification in person. And to rent post office box in a state other than where you reside, you'll have to physically visit the facility once your application is approved.
Yeah, no problem.
So that's it.
Yep.
Because literally, I'm like, what is that, 12 miles from the nearest town in Wyoming?
Yep.
I think we might have just fucking solved that problem. That's great. Because then I can just go to Beulah and pick up my cigar instead.
That's what friends are for.
Yes, it is. That's awesome. I love it.
All right, dudes, I'm gonna go. I still got a lot of work before I hit the road.
You got packed and shit.
Yeah, well, the tea. Everything else is packed. It's just the tea, last minute tea orders and stuff I'm getting together. But
Samples?
Sweet.
oh yeah, Sam, I gotta send you something too. Send me a text, Sam, of exactly what you want.
I'm sorry?
Send me a text of exactly what you want.
Okay, I'll send you the text I sent you like 3 weeks ago.
Quick copy and paste that shit.
Oh man, I'm sorry, Sam. I'm worried.
Okay, I have jackfruit.
Wow.
Half of it's like
Yum.
salted jackfruit.
Yum.
You buy it like that?
Yeah.
It's hard to be upset when Hannah got home from the.
That means that she probably also has Korean barbecue stuff too, right?
Yeah, he didn't go there just for the jackfruit.
Okay. You know, my friend is still talking about your Korean barbecue. He talks about it every day.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
Yeah, he's like, that was such a special experience. We should do that all the time.
We do.
Yeah.
We've been doing that 3-4 nights a week lately.
Good.
But you guys are welcome back anytime.
Sweet. Yeah. Bitcoin heard about it and he was all pissed off. He was like, "You guys did home style Korean barbecue without me?" I'm like, "Yeah, man, you would have ruined it. He would have just been freaking ruining it, banging the whole time."
A little bit.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, hey, have a great weekend, and some of y'all will be seeing you soon. Incredible.
Stay in touch.
Yeah.